Welcome back to Your World in Agriculture. It's the day before Thanksgiving. Here's the rundown for today's report. China buys more U.S. soybeans. Also, the Asian giant is producing less corn and soybean seeds. U.S. hay supplies continue to grow. Also, U.S. cattle numbers on feed beat expectations recently. And egg on your face for this Thanksgiving. We'll tell you what that means in just a moment. First off, more exports, possibly because of the tariffs talk, and those tariffs that might be enacted in 2025. On Wednesday, China purchased U.S. soybeans. Private exporters reported sales of 132 metric tons of soybeans for China for the delivery in the marketing year of 2024-2025. Also, right now, U.S. exporters have shipped 17.4 million metric tons of soybeans and 9 million tons of corn to overseas buyers since the start of the marketing year, which started in early September. The September 1 date, actually. That's up 12% and 31% respectively from the same same time a year ago. Now, that's according to USDA data. Now, also, China's corn seed production has dropped. USDA staff working on the Global Agricultural Information Network, otherwise known as GAIN, report today that China's international trade of major crop seeds relatively minor compared to production and utilization. In recent years, a small amount of corn seed has been imported, while some rice, corn, and cotton seed and soybean seed were exported. So again, this information may not land, heavily for most folks, but it's worth noting. Corn seeds for this marketing year for China, the production anyway, estimated at 1.7 million tons, and that is 2% lower than last year due to the smaller corn seed planted area, but it's 26% higher than a 5-year average. The marketing year for soybean seed production estimated at 1.1 million metric tons, a 3% drop from previous year due to smaller soybean seeded planted area. Plentiful hay supplies in the U.S. Buyers in the Midwest are saying that hay inventories seem higher than in the past several years due to the early spring rains. Also, demand has been light among sellers, mainly due to the low cattle numbers in the U.S. The warm weather, or the warm weather in the fall again, may have hurt some production of pastures as well. Some rain that fell late in the fall may have improved some of that pasture, but again, the hay quality also is becoming of question for buyers. More cattle on feed, as we mentioned. The USDA's latest cattle on feed report, which dropped last Friday, landed near expectations. As of November 1st, the November number of animals on feedlots of 1,000 head or more totaled 11.9 million head. That's about 100.3%, just slightly above a year ago. Analysts expected a 99.9% figure. October marketings came in at 104%, so anything over 100% is higher than expected and higher than last year. It was just below the expectations, though. The marketing's number was just below the expectations of 105%. October placements outpaced consensus 105% compared to expectations of 103. Numbers came in neutral, though, for the market. And egg prices roll higher. In fact, I just bought some myself today for the Thanksgiving holiday. Egg prices are up 60% from the same time last year as the lingering outbreak of highly pathogenic avian influenza meets the higher demand of the holiday baking season. So again, high demand, short supply. That means prices are going up at an average price of $3.37 for a dozen of eggs. That price right now, if you go to the grocery store, is still far lower than the peak in January of 2023 when a dozen of eggs cost $4.82. U.S. crude oil fell by 1.8 million barrels to 428 million in the week ended November 22nd. Those numbers out just today. It was about 5% below the 5-year average for this time of the year, according to the Energy Information Agency. Also, analysts predicted crude stocks would fall by 500,000 barrels, and they actually dropped by 1.8. Crude oil production rose, though, by 292,000 barrels a day to 13.5 million, recovering after falling the previous 2 weeks due to the hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico. And those are your ag details for today, the day before Thanksgiving. Again, want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. I'm Mike McGinnis for Your World in Agriculture.